Hi, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with AstroShaman.com. Here to talk to you today about why you might want to consider having a spiritual check-in buddy. So I'm a life coach among the many hats I wear in my profession. And as a life coach, I actually act as a check-in buddy. My coachees typically work with me every week or perhaps every other week. And one of my jobs is to hold them accountable for stuff. So one of my jobs is when they come on that next call, I say, okay, last time we talked, you said you were going to do this. Did you? And there's no penalty if they don't, but if they didn't do the thing they said they were going to do, then we find out why, and do you want to try that again, or does it need retrenching or whatever. Now, so that's a lot of way I have experience with that. However, let's say you're just a person who is having trouble sticking with their meditation practice, and you have the very best of intentions, but life gets in the way, you get busy, maybe what you do takes a long time, and it's just easy to let it slip by. It happens to me sometimes. So, but what if you had a person and you actually just, got on the phone with them or texted them every day or every week or whatever frequency you chose, and you told them, okay, my goal and what I want you to check in with me on is I'm going to do this little practice every day, or I'm going to whatever the thing you're going to do and how often you're going to do it is, but you commit to them. Now, here's why this is so cool, and I need to check a reference here. The American Society of Training and Development did a study, and what they discovered is that if someone committed to another person that they would do something, even if that person wasn't directly affected by it, that increased the odds of them actually doing it to 65%. Obviously, if they hadn't committed to someone, the percentage was much lower. But guess what happened if they had a regular accountability partner and were meeting with them on a regular basis, and that other person would check in with them, did you do what you say you were going to do? Guess what their success rate went to then? It went to 95%. I don't know about you, I'd be delighted with a 95% success rate. So just the thought, if you've got a spiritual goal or really any goal, anything in your life that you want to be sure you get done, get an accountability partner. Set up a frequency of contact that works for you. For some people it's daily, for some it's weekly. Just figure out what works for you guys and determine how are you going to communicate. It could be a phone call, it could be a text, an email. You might get on Skype or Zoom. You might meet in person if you're in close proximity, whatever works best, but make sure it's, easy to do and isn't going to be a hassle to make in contact with. So pick the right frequency, pick the right modality of contact, and then just keep it going. When I've had a check-in buddy, it's helped me a lot to stay on track. I remember back when I was a music student many years ago, knowing that I had that lesson coming up. Boy, I would practice a lot harder when I had a lesson coming the next week than if I was on a break and I wasn't seeing the teacher for 3 or 4 weeks. So, and having someone accountable is really important if you want to really make good progress. That's one reason why a lot of high-powered professionals use coaches of various kinds. I mean, the coach has many more things they bring to the table, but that accountability step is a big piece of it. I want to mention one last thing. This is why in my new Awakening Plus spiritual membership, one of the 4 pillars of that program is having a check-in buddy. I mean, the program does have some more obviously spiritual features. I mean, it's got, 3 calls a month where we're live and interacting and doing cool spiritual processes. There's over 200 recordings already there that carry powerful spiritual power. And I know I repeated myself there, but there's a lot of juice in them. And a 3rd step is this forum we have where people can connect with each other and have community. And the 4th step is having that check-in buddy. It's not required, but it's a really good idea. And the power of this accountability thing is so big that I actually made it one of the key things in that program that I just launched, which is just building on a prior program, which built on a prior program before that. I've been doing these things over 4 years. So just whether you do Awakening Plus or not, this is still a concept you can take and use. Just think, if you don't have an accountability partner now, who could you connect with? You can check in with them. They can check in with you. When you talk, you say, okay, we did or didn't do what we said, and then you tell them this is what I'm going to be held accountable for, and then they go the other way around. There's a program here in the Asheville area called Whatever It Takes. It may not be just local, but people pay hundreds of dollars to do this for just like a few months, and all they do is do the check-in buddy thing. And for these people, it's worth hundreds of dollars to have that accountability partner. So that's how important it is to some people and how much more effective you can be with that. So a really simple idea today, just get a check-in buddy. If you don't already have one, think about that. Find a person who would be a good fit. And that's my message for today. If you'd like to learn more about me, again, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with astroshaman.com. My site is astroshaman.com, as I think I just said. And I do astrology, shamanic healing, awakening activation, life coaching, and I've got these 2 new memberships. I mentioned Awakening Plus, the spiritual membership. I've also got the Astro Shaman Astrology Mentoring membership, where I help people learn astrology better. So if any of that's interesting, all of it's talked about on astroshaman.com. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to connecting with you again soon.